Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know that college decisions just came out like 2 weeks ago, and I wanted to make this video for you guys because a lot of you guys might be in the same place where I was 2 years ago, deciding between UCLA and Cal. And congratulations, by the way, to everyone who's deciding between colleges right now. This is such an exciting time. I wanted to do whatever I could and give you my 2 cents on my college decision experience. So let's get into it. So coming into decision season and the college app season, I really didn't have like a dream school. I kind of went into it thinking like, oh, like I'd love to go to an Ivy, I'd love to go to a UC, but the Ivies didn't want me, so it's fine. That is another story for another time. But yeah, like I didn't really care too much about location. It would have been awesome to like live on the East Coast just because I'm from the Bay Area and it would have been cool to have like a change of scenery, but like I wasn't too set on it. So for those of you guys who don't know, UCLA decisions come out I think a week before Berkeley's, and I applied to UC Davis, UCLA, UC San Diego, and UC Berkeley. Yeah, I applied to 4 UCs, and I got into, so I found out that I got into SD and Davis before that, and then LA came out and I got in, and like that was it. And like I was like so ecstatic, like I was like, yeah, like freak yeah, like I want to go to LA, I want to live in Westwood, I want to be glamorous and like live near Hollywood and like meet celebrities on campus, and like yes, like this is what I want to do. So like I honestly had kind of forgotten about, I honestly had kind of forgotten that Berkeley decisions were coming out later, and so I had built my life at UCLA in my head. I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna join a sorority maybe, or like pursue my dream of like acting or like theater or like whatever. Like I'm gonna do all these things like that are like entertainment related and like things I've always wanted to do but just never had the chance to because I'm from the Bay Area where stuff like that really doesn't come up very often. And so yeah, that was that. I was super happy, like my life seemed to be set. So while after that I found out that I got into Berkeley, and obviously my mom was really excited. Everyone was just so excited. I was excited, like it was like freaking awesome. But like after that like dust settled, I like was sitting there and thinking, what am I gonna choose? You know, this like just made things just way more complicated. I know that's like a really ungrateful thing to say, but I was like over the moon and really just like thankful that I got into Berkeley too. And I know this is like really dramatic and like really like extra of me to say, but those like next couple weeks were some of the most stressful, intense, and like not hard, but like emotionally taxing times I've had in my young adulthood. You know, like the more people you ask, the more opinions you're gonna get, and like that's good because you ask people that you trust, you ask people that you care to know their opinions of, right? So I asked some of like my really close teachers, I asked my principal, I think, just a lot of like really influential adults in my life. And so my family really wanted me to go to Berkeley, obviously. You know, I'm from the Bay Area, I'm from like North NorCal. So obviously just the idea of staying closer to home and just like being able to like stay close to family was like a really big part of the decision, you know. But all of these other adults, my teachers, my friends, everyone wanted me to go to UCLA. Everyone said that I belonged at UCLA. I was like total UCLA material. And that just made things infinitely harder, you know, because I'm naturally a very indecisive person. I cannot, like, you know, my friends know this, like when we like want to go out to eat, we take like 2 hours and end up going to the same place. If you know me, I end up just going to Tasty Pot here in Berkeley, but again, another video. So yeah, I honestly just had no idea what I wanted to do, because you know, at that point in your life, you'd like to think that people have your best interest in mind, but that's kind of impossible because, you know, they have their reasons for like having their opinions, right? So, you know, I like didn't know. I was like, maybe I should go to UCLA, maybe I should go to Cal. Like people are just telling me different things, and like people are saying that I belong at UCLA, but you know, people are saying that like I'm true, like bare material. Like what is going on? And so through all that like mess and like all that muddled nonsense, like just this one piece of advice just kept coming back to me. It was, you know, make the decision that's best for you. You ultimately are deciding your future. Like this is your decision. Like you have to make it. Like this is all on you. This is your decision. You can't put this on anyone else. Like, yeah, like this is yours. Like you decide. At the time I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna make my decision. Like I'm gonna choose UCLA. I think actually, and then I would start like thinking about like the pros and cons again. I'd make so many pros and cons lists of like UCLA versus Cal, like which school has like better food, which school has like the better environment, which school has like the safer environment, which school has like higher graduation rates. You know what I mean, you got the gist. And thinking about it now, I realized that that piece of advice, you know, like this is your decision. Like you cannot think about anyone else's opinion. This is like all on you. You know, so I was in the middle of it all, like thinking about like just which choice, UCLA or Cal. And honestly, at that point, I just couldn't follow that piece of advice. I couldn't separate everyone else's thoughts and opinions and like their impact on this decision. I couldn't like separate it from my own thoughts and feelings and decision. And I know that's like really weird to say, and thinking about it now, I don't know how I even could have like made a bigger divide between the two. And honestly, looking back on it now, I don't really regret how like intertwined the two like sides were, just because I think if you were getting these opinions, and if these opinions really matter to you, like they matter to you for a reason, you know, like your family, your friends, like these teachers, like they helped you become and helped shape you to become the person you are today. Like they obviously had a really meaningful impact on you, and it's like kind of unfair and it's kind of unselfish for you to like completely disregard their thoughts on this. Like obviously sometimes people have their reasons or their motivations or their motives to tell you one thing or another, but I think it was not the worst thing in the world for me to really consider all of these things in my decision. You know, like this is, at the end of the day, my own, I have to make this decision by myself, but I think it was a very reasonable and justified thing for me to do, to like actually think about and consider all of these other factors beyond just what I wanted and just what I was thinking. I really don't know how helpful this video or this advice is now that I'm like saying everything out loud, but I just wanted to give you guys my experiences and like how I made my decision to choose Berkeley. So you know, my mom's a single mom, and that obviously has been a really big part of my life, you know, growing up with a mom that's done everything for me, you know, and like that was something I definitely had to keep in mind. You know, like my mom has sacrificed everything for me to like help me even get this opportunity where I even get to make this decision, you know? Like I never, or I tried not to, I never for a moment forgot just how lucky and fortunate I was to even be in the position to make this decision. For all of you guys out there who are really struggling to decide too, I just want you guys to know that, and I'm sure you guys know this, but you guys are really just lucky to be in this place to make these choices right now. And someone told me this and it really stuck with me. Whatever choice you make is going to be the best choice for yourself. And I hope you guys remember that, because really there's never a wrong decision. It's really, and like I've said in previous videos, your college experience is really what you make out of it. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So I'll give you guys a quick